Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today we're going to have a 4v4 master level game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with that very subject. Very excited to bring this to you today. The most watched replay, well, most watched video on my entire channel is a best of 7 4v4 featuring players like Stefano and Scarlet, No Regret, and Special against, you know, some lesser scrubs like Mick Monroe. And what was the who are the other players there? Best player ever, best player NA, best Zerg NA. Anyway, if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's the most watched video. You can go to my videos, sort by most watched, and there it will be. Anyway, 4v4 master level game. Again, send to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. Let's introduce these players before crazy things happen. Bottom side of the map, we have a red Terran player. It's gonna be Harmless. His teammate is Zerg. Next door, it's Phoenix. We got ourselves a You Can't Win Me, who is Protoss, and then a teal Zerg player. We're going to change these colors to red versus blue in a second anyway. Arrow Red. The other team is the pink Protoss player, Maurizio. I think that's what that is. We got Dante. We got a yellow player here. He's Terran. He's Crixus. And we have Pistola, who is orange. But again, I'm going to do this real quick. Boop. Going to red versus blue this sucker because, good golly, it is impossible to keep colors straight in a 4v4. We're doing a red versus blue here. A bit of a, I want to say this is a fake. Oh, that's actually a forge. It's an attempted cannon rush here from Team Red. Is it going to accomplish things is the question. Cannon on the way. A couple pylons on the way. Is the reaction to this enough from Team Blue? We want to let this come up. I don't think we do, but I'm not sure what you do about it at this stage. You can only get 2 workers in there to kill that cannon, which is not enough to kill it fast enough. I guess you just prevent high ground vision if you can. So that drone dies. Unfortunately, oh, that probe got stuck and is dead as well. So you try to prevent high ground vision for Team Red if at all possible. Oh, got a pylon there. And high ground exists. No, you can't let this happen. Oh, no. Team South doing some good work. Some Lings cruising across the map here, too, from Team Red. I guess Team Red is Team South. Reaper trying to kill this cannon before it comes up, but their damage versus buildings is garbage. Are you a long enough StarCraft 2 fan that you remember when actually Reapers did good damage versus buildings? I remember those days. Reaper shows up to keep the pylon alive on some level. Lings are rolling in. There's cannons coming up. Pistola is in a bit of a bad way here at his natural. That's actually a third hatch. No, that's Dante's base. Yeah, it's a natural base for Pistola. Bad times had by all. Overlord here all the way from down south for Arrow Red. Lings in the mix. They don't have speed, but they will kill these stalkers. What is even happening right now? This is absolute abject chaos between these two teams. Team Red, obviously the more aggressive one here. Oh, that hatch is going to die for Pistola. These Lings have speed now. For who is that? It's either Arrow Red or Phoenix. Maybe both of them. It's mostly Phoenix, it looks like, as we're hovering over their names. Or hovering over the units and getting some names here. But Speedlings versus Stalkers is not even fair. Are we just going to kill 2 people straight up here? Is Team Red going to wipe out this natural base? It very well could just wipe out this natural base. Cannon down. Other cannon down. All right. If they save the natural, it's going to be really big. But Maurizio here is in a really terrible spot. Like, horrible spot. I mean, a Hellion maybe could save here. Incredible micro on this Hellion. Could definitely save. Queen gets surrounded and killed. But again, this hatchery is alive, and that's a huge deal for Blue. Huge deal for Team Blue. I don't know if this is a safe place to go back to work, Probes. What made you think it was safe to come back here? Well, I mean, there are 3 Hellions, which is going to help. The cannon rush continuing from You Can't Win Me, okay? More Lings cruising in. Oh, these are Arrow Red's Lings now. We're just taking turns Ling flooding right now. Not enough Hellions. If you had the blue flame, maybe. If you had some Hellbats, maybe. God, defensive Lings trying to come in and help, but they're outnumbered immensely here. We're just doing more Lings, more and more Lings. What an insane start to this match from these 2 teams. We've got Ravagers from Pistola. It's going to help dealing with this cannon rush. Not so much with all the Zerglings that are out, though. Actually, can they get over here? I'm not sure that they can. Ravagers are just going to try to kill as many of these cannons as possible. Probes decide it's safe to go into work. I'm not sure that's true. Dude, there's a Void Array in production, but no. That's not happening at all. Oh my gosh. What a match so far. This has been absolute insanity. I mean, obviously, Marusio's having the worst day of all time. Okay, that's not true. I'm sure tons of Protoss players have lost games like this to Link Floods like this. He's not alone. 2 cannons down. All right, but that Nexus is out. I mean, do you have enough resources to rebuild Marusio? You do. You do have enough to rebuild. Lings against these Ravagers. There's a Spine, and there are drones fighting the Lings. There aren't enough to do that. But maybe combined here. Maybe these two combined could make it happen. I don't know. Not with roaches. These probes from Marusio are like, where do we have to build here? This is the relatively safest place on the map. And by that, I mean, it's really scary to expand there because there's Lings running around. But the creep's spreading, so the cannon rush can't really continue all that much. That's going to be really nice for Team Blue. More Lings cruising up the right side. Who hasn't been participating here? Harmless has not been participating. So what's he doing? Battlecruiser rush. What else do you do in a 4v4? Oh, the Ravagers are actually not that great when they're surrounded by Lings. Oh, okay. Well, looks like Pistola's going to lose his natural base. I'm pretty sure that's his natural. That's his main. And yeah, that's his natural. So it's it's where he put his lair, and now it's gone. Oh, that hurts, losing your lair. Ultimate bad times. Dante's got some Banelings out, which is going to be really good versus these Lings. But they just keep cruising around to places where nobody's quite ready for them. It's some pretty nice Ling play here from Team South. APM check for these guys. Team Blue sitting all at about 200 APM on average. Team Red, not so much. Not as much APM, but they seem to be winning anyway, which just means APM isn't everything, boys. All right, so Lings and... There you go. Lings and Hellions. Not a bad combination. And I think they may have cleared out the red aggression. However, I assume a battlecruiser is going to jump over here any second. Harmless, you're going to jump. You're going to go by yourself. Oh, Crixus has his own battlecruisers that Team Red needs to worry about. He was being quiet, too. Actually, wait, are those his Hellions? Regardless, battlecruisers are causing some problems today, including maybe taking down a Roach Warren. He needs to focus on killing something, though. Just doing damage is not going to be enough. Bunch of Lings from Dante. Hey, you guys going to try to drone up in the face after all that aggression? Good luck with that. They jump in. They're going to snipe down a Queen. The battlecruiser's just running into You Can't Win Me OK's main base. And that cannon going to go down despite the presence of a shield battery, unless the enemy battlecruisers help with it, in which case maybe not as much. I'm loving this from Team Blue. You don't just fall down and die. When one of your teammates loses their Nexus, they can rebuild it. Go back to work, Marusio. Oh, these Lings from Dante are just wrecking Harmless's SCVs. His reaction time is not good. He's too worried about the enemy battlecruisers right now, which is entirely fair and understandable. Pistola got some Ravagers down across the other side of the map. Dude, team games are great. This is so fantastic right now. All right, so the Lings get cleared out by SCVs because SCVs are pretty good fighters, as it turns out. Probe down. Oh, that's a... Okay, not quite an Autosis pylon, but these two down would be a big deal for You Can't Win Me, okay. Is this his only... Is he on one base? I think he's on one base. The Cannon Rusher's on one base, which makes sense. He sacrificed a lot of resources to try to make that Cannon Rush work, and it did work in that it ended up killing Marusio, but... it means back home he didn't have a lot. And in team games, that can kind of cripple you a bit. It's really just Zerglings from Team Red out. I guess when we have the battlecruisers, we do. I'm not sure where they are other than maybe... I don't know where they are, but they're just letting You Can't Win Me okay get kind of destroyed here. Up here, maybe? I'm trying to see where he's expanded, but... There's just creep all over the place. There's some Terran bases everywhere. Got 4 BCs out for Harmless right now. Oh my gosh. Phoenix is going to lose a base here too. He's killing some drones. Oh my gosh. There's just not enough anti-air here. Phoenix, he made so many Zerglings that he's not even at lair tech yet. He can't even start a Spire. Okay, he can start a Spire now, but he's more worried about losing all of his stuff, as it turns out. Yeah, man. He is just... Ugh, tactical jump out of there. This battlecruiser with 8 kills is still around. This guy's got 13 kills. Those two PCs doing some work here for Team Blue. Zerglings cruising across for Dante, trying to find something they can handle. And the answer is that's a planetary, so no. There's a million Hellions here, so that's not going to happen either. And why don't you just get out of here? Just get right on out of here. All right, so it's been 10 minutes of absolute nonstop insanity. So let's take stock, take a breath, slow down a bit, take a look at workers active. It's 82, whoa, 82-0 for Team Red, 57 and 32 for 49, 35, 51, and 24. I can't do the math there, but it seems like the 82 is a lot. But the 0 is really bad. Wait, 14 probes now. I don't know what I was looking at. It's 14. So I think Team Red has more economy overall. I like the battlecruiser tech that Harmless is rolling with. What is Team Blue doing to deal with it? Well, enemy battlecruisers, of course. Are we going for a Spire? Corruptors would be really good. Void Rays could be pretty good here too. Although Yamato can be fantastic. But there we go. There are the Void Rays here from Team Blue. And Mauricio is trying to get back into the fight here. Mauricio. Crixus is trying to expand to this top side of the map. I don't know about that. And then a big Ling Roach Baneling attack coming in to try to wipe out Mauricio again. Is there a reaction to this from Team Blue? I don't really see one. Other than maybe some Void Rays are going to pop out here, and that's going to be really useful. Banelings exploding on Queens is not great. You don't want that to happen with your Banelings, but I guess if there's no other targets, not a big deal. Void Ray shows up. Prismatic alignment up, and going to chase these guys away. Meanwhile, Battlecruiser's wiping out Pistola's base, his main base. Did he rebuild? Does he not have a lair? He might not have a lair. Yeah, man, Mass BC is one of the more annoying things that Terran can do to Zerg for sure. Also, just kind of walking all over Crixus' army here, but a jump. And a go, and a Corrosive Bile down, and everybody jumps out. It's time to go. We are surrounded. Let's just back on out. We got a lot of damage done. Let's not sacrifice our lives for nothing here. Hydra's out from Arrow Red to deal with Mauricio's Void Rays. Excellent, excellent choice there. That's what 4v4 has sometimes become. Sometimes can become a bit of a paper, rock, scissors versus scissors style play. Or one player counters something, the other player counters that counter, and then that counter is further countered. Can be pretty nuts. So Tempest out to try to deal with the battle cruisers. Can do, but that's a lot of BCs. That is so many BCs. That is 14 battle cruisers here from Harmless. He just going mass BC. I guess, okay, he has some Hellions. He has 11 Hellions. But it's mostly the battle cruisers here. The right side expanding here from Harmless has been bonkers. He has so many bases. This is going to be Roach Hydra Battle Cruiser, and this is how you win team games, is you work together. You defend each other. You be there when your teammate needs ya. Whether it's on offense or on defense, you gotta be there. So the Roach Ravager, the ground army here for Arrow Red is not amazing. It's the battle cruisers that are the big deal. So the Tempests are taking Yamatos. The Void Ray's taking some Yamatos there too. But the Tempest hits hurt a lot, and one battle cruiser does go down and forcing the rest of them to jump out. Lings versus drones is never ideal for the drones at all. It's a lot of dead drones there from Arrow Red. Man, incredible play from everybody in this 4v4. This is the highest level 4v4 I have cast in some time, and it is the requisite amount of what is happening right now. +3 air weapons coming in from Harmless. Good creep. Good creep. Good grief. And then I saw some creep, and my brain just substituted some words. Crixus is trying to expand up to the base that he lost earlier. Mauricio's finally taking a second base, which is nice. And now trying to take a third base. But Arrow Red is sitting on a few bases now. I think that's a third. And who has this one? Phoenix does. Phoenix does. How many battle cruisers for Team Blue? 14. So 14 to 13. There are more BCs for Team Blue, which is nice for Team Blue here. Team Red still seems to be expanding faster, although we do have a hatchery here for Pistola. Yeah, we might be closer than I thought, as Crixus is expanding here too. Number of expansions seems pretty even at this stage of the map. Arrow Red's taking this bottom left, but Crixus is taking this base, which is separated by a couple pairs of rocks. Ground armies going to struggle to get to it. Void Ray shutting down Arrow Red's attempt at an expansion. I think you can get it, Void Ray. Are you not even gonna try, huh? All right, that's cool, I suppose. I mean, he knows there's probably a million Hydras coming to murder him, so let's get him out of there. Hellions wandering in. This is why you Planetary Fortress these bases, Crixus. These could have been Zerglings. They could have been Hellions. Whatever they are, they're a lot easier to deal with if you Planetary Fortress this. Harmless is going to sacrifice some of his 86 SCVs in order to free up supply for his 4,000, 7,000 bank. Meanwhile, Harmless just Battlecruiser jumps on Mauricio, who has had, again, been picked on more than anybody else today. He's going to lose a lot of stuff here. The Tempests are trying to get some stuff done, but they wander in range of Yamato a little bit. Taking some shots, but that's really all the Battlecruisers can do with Yamato. Banelings from Dante rolling into Arrow Red's mineral line here. Going to kill a bunch of drones. I mean, not like a huge number, but Crix is actually being chased away by Infestor Hydra. That's better. A better composition here. The Tempest can't really engage with the Hydralisks. Bottom left base, Zerglings from Dante are trying to kill it all by their lonesome. They are not going to get it, but could have if they were given enough time. Is that... Oh, it's an orbital. Crixus is orbitaling all the livelong day, while you'll notice that Harmless is actually making planetaries. There's no shame in making planetaries on your outer bases. Like, once you get past a third base, it's really hard to hold an external expansion like this if it's not a planetary fortress. So you can't win. He's at 33 supply. I think he's just pretty much... He's out of it at this stage. His cannon rush did what it needed to do, and he's out of it. But Phoenix Army toast. The working together here is what I like. We've got Zerg, Protoss, and Terran working together as a team. Not something you see all the time in team games, but at the higher levels, you have to if you're going to win. And you're going to go up that 4v4 ladder, which there's a 4v4 ladder, in case you're wondering. Yeah, that Roach Hydra army is not going to stand against these BCs. Not even close. Hydras melt versus Battlecruisers. All right, Harmless decides it's time to come in and wipe out Mauricio further, because Mauricio has not been picked on enough today, it would seem. But Arrow Red's going to lose 2 hatcheries down on this bottom left-hand side. He's going to be reduced to under 100 supply here sooner rather than later. There it is, 87 supply for him. Roach Hydra for Phoenix with Infestor support going to take out some of Dante's bases, though. And the Battlecruisers for Harmless are ready to go against Dante as well. So there's a bit of some base trading happening here. Not it's a full base race, but we're absolutely trading base for base here as nobody wants to engage on a macro ginormous level quite yet with the other team's army. Although this feels like an attempt. Where did they go? I thought they went over here. Oh, they're up here. How many Battlecruisers versus how many? 23 for Harmless and 17. Ah! Mass Yamato. I love that whiff on the fungal. I got him. Woof. No, they're already gone. See, this is why you make a planetary up here, Crixus, because when the Hydras show up, you're going to have a bad time. Actually, no. They got scanned and retreat out of there. Phoenix is expanding top left here. Team Red lost everything in the bottom left-hand quadrant. Just everything down there. Whereas Team Blue's kind of able to rebuild a little bit better, it seems like. Tiny bit better. Poor Mauricio. Does he have resources for anything? He does not have resources for a Nexus. I feel like somebody on his team could float him some resources. Pistola sitting on 1,500 minerals. He should be able to. But yeah, the team works. Base down. Base down for Crixus. Up this way. SCVs, more of them dying for Harmless. He's down to 40 SCVs, but he's up to 21 Battlecruisers. Those are the trades and the sacrifices you have to make to get a big, giant, scary army. Wow, Dante's just like, hey, what up? We're just going to roll in here and murder a few of your things if you don't mind. Does he have upgrades? Nobody has any attack upgrades for melee, which is why this queen is taking so long to kill. I'm going to make an assumption that she has a lot of armor. Yeah, Corruptor's fine, but you can't be 5 Corruptors versus 20 Battlecruisers. No, is bad. Yeah, if those Lings had upgrades, that'd be a better Ling run by for sure. DT's in from You Can't Win Me. Where did he get DT's? He just went for Dark Shrine. Fair enough, guy. Oh, the chain fungals on the Battlecruisers means they can't jump. Tempest rolling in. Enemy Battlecruisers are here. The army of Harmless just managed to jump out of there. Whoa. That was close. All right, Mauricio might just be done at this point. He's got 46 supply, 400 minerals. We gotta go together, says Arrow Red. You're not wrong about that, Mr. Red. Not in the tiniest bit. Again, this is why this needs to be a planetary. I'm not sure it would matter as much versus this many Hydralisks. Although, what do we got? It might be, it's either +2 or +3 Hydras. So, oh, the Infestors trying to knurl. No, not the Infestors. Again, same thing here. Arrow Red's got some Corruptors he's going to fight with, but just not quite the numbers you want to be fighting with here. Corruptors, my friends. I mean, I sort of believe in you, but... Corruptor's really good against Tempest, like better against Tempest than they are against Battlecruisers for sure. And there's a million Battlecruisers, so all the Corruptors are completely dead. Meanwhile, who's got Lurkers? Oh, Dante has some Lurkers. They're getting scanned up and chased away, though. Arrow Red has a hatchery taken on by Caustic Spray from 2 Corruptors. Dos Corruptoros. I don't think that is how you say Corruptors in Spanish, but maybe it is. DTs from You Can't Win Me Okay are here at Pistola's main, which is a lair, and it is going to die. Can anything save it? No. Too slow. Yes, a lot of things could have saved it, but they were too slow to respond. And the DTs are trying to get out of there before they get fungled to death. Oh, that guy gets fungled. A decloaked DT. How often do you see these guys running around? Such an interesting thing. It's fairly rare, I want to say. Look at this DT hoofing it. Oh, he jukes. He heads up. He's trying to stay alive here at the 22-minute mark. Oh my gosh. The Battlecruiser army has returned. There are 26 BCs in this army. Crixus has 24. The upgrades are 3-3 for red. The upgrades are only +2 attack for Crixus and no armor upgrades. In a straight-up engagement, he's going to lose, but the assistance of the other teammates is going to be incredibly useful here. So Yamato's firing up, and Harmless decides it's time to jump on out. It's a beautiful sight, watching several Battlecruisers jumping into the same location there. Yeah, Mauricio's just done. I mean, You Can't Win Me doesn't have a lot, but he continues to warp in DTs and make stuff happen. He took down this base. He killed Mauricio. Like, he's accomplishing a lot here. His job has been to kill Mauricio, and I think he's accomplished it. Planetary, man. It's time for a planetary. That said, neither planetary nor orbital can save you from this happening, which is Corruptor showing up and Caustic spraying down your base. Can save you from this number of Hydras, though. Pro tip of the day. Oh, Team Red trying to re-establish this bottom left-hand base. Can they get there is the question. I don't know. +3 flyer attack on the way from, I don't know, let's say it's Phoenix. It's either Phoenix or it's Arrow Red here. SCV's in for Crixus for the on-the-go repair. He is sitting on 0 minerals, though, so I don't know what they're exactly attempting to accomplish with that. Does Crixus have any income? I'm not sure that he does. Harmless going to lose a bunch of his orbitals, which is annoying. He's been relying on those for income, considering he's down to 20 SCVs. Having a ton of orbitals is going to help you with that in the long run. Harmless decides it's time to move out because the Battlecruisers are away. Now it's time for my BCs to play. Yeah, we're on full-on base race here. It's hard to tell. With the combined forces of Crixus, Pistola, and Mauricio down here, what remains of Mauricio's army are these Tempests. And it's really just the BCs of Harmless up here doing what they can to win this thing. Hydras of Phoenix trying to kill blue stuff, doing pretty well with it. These queens are just not... I don't know. Okay, I'm not sure what they were doing, but they're gone now. Yeah, but the Infestors in the mix for Pistola make this a dangerous thing to engage with Harmless's army. Lurkers here causing problems. Dante has not been not rebuilt and is being revealed. You Can't Win Me Okay is going to lose all of the buildings that he had for all time here. Again, I like to point out, it's only +1 armor and +2 attack for these BCs for Crixus, whereas it's 3-3 across the board for Harmless. So his BCs are tankier and they hit harder, which is a potent combination if you're going up against something that is you. Upgrades make all the difference in the world there. I mean, Arrow Red's going to lose all of his Hive, which is traditionally considered a bad luck if you lose your Hive in a game of StarCraft. That might just be a myth, though. Harmless is at 192 supply. Other supplies, 31, 122, 89. When you're ready, Red, say the word. Who is the Red? Harmless. Oh, are they not on the same team? Yeah, Team Blue here is every original piece of Team Blue property is gone. They don't, what do they even have? What are their buildings? Oh, is this it? Is this all they have left? There's an Infestor. That might just be it. No! Where do you have buildings? Oh, there's an orbital and a command center for Team Blue somewhere. Are they floating? Are they floating with this army? They're floating with this army. Okay, it's going to come down to an engagement then. This is the good thing about Terran, is you can float your buildings and keep them with your battlecruisers as you run around. Bunch of Corruptors out, both from Arrow Red and from Phoenix. So I think that might be enough to turn the tide here. Again, the upgrades are better for Harmless than they are for Crixus. If Crixus had 3-3, I'd feel better about this for Team Blue. Let's go on units here for a minute. The Ravagers can't really shoot up. They can Corrosive Bile any battlecruisers that decide to stay in one place. I mean, killing this income for Harmless would be amazing, but he's still sitting at 6,000, 10,000 resources in his bank right now, and it's just not. Team Blue, is this it? Is this our final confrontation? Yamato's on that command center. They take it down. Where? A bunch of Yamatos all over these. Oh my gosh, the Corruptor count. The Fungals on the Corruptors, though. Ow, 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 ow. Arrow Red is down to 58 total supply. Where is this? Oh, they found it. It's top left. It's gone. Is that it? No! How is it not over? Production tab says there's a command center under construction somewhere. Here it is. Oh my gosh. All right, it's combined. It's 145, 160 supply for Blue. And like, it's just too much for Team Red. The numbers do not match up here. This is getting an epic tag. I cannot believe how down to the wire this thing is. Harmless is floating his own CCs away. This mining base for Arrow Red is humongous. This one too for Arrow Red is a big deal right now. That is the income that exists for Team Red at the moment. Actually, You Can't Win Me Okay has a base too. All right, so income is definitely favoring Team Red here. It's zeros across the board for Blue. It exists for Team Red. Shoot. Harmless loses a planetary, but it was mined out anyway. I'm not sure how much it actually matters. Phoenix's Greater Spire is going to just explode off creep. The command center is down, but guess who's making another command center? Crixus is. That's his one there. He needs to wait for it to finish so we can lift it. But again, the Mass Yamato can take them away from distance, so Harmless doesn't even actually have to engage. this lurker is murdering Phoenix's hatchery, but this down here is the secret to Team Red. That is the secret sauce for the red team here. Float to the corner. Yeah, probably should. Well, I guess Harmless has been mining here for some time too. Just send the Ravagers in. Don't even take hits to your BCs. You don't have the resources to repair anyway. Actually, Crixus has some resources to repair. From what? Ah! It's just, oh, another command center down, but you're not done yet. There's still this one that's building, and this one that's building. Where's Crixus getting the money for this? No one else has any bank, so we're not transferring any funds, that's for sure. This lurker has 20 kills and is going to get one more on that hatchery for sure. But again, the income here for Arrow Red is just healthy. He's got 3 bases rolling. You Can't Win Me OK's got 1. It's just Team Blue is putting forth an admirable effort. They really are. But unless they come down here and wipe these bases out, nothing matters. And I mean, sure, you can lift the CC, but then you can't return any resources to it. So what you have is what you get. He's repairing the CC with the money that he has. I don't know if he intended to do that. I have 5,000 minerals, says Arrow Red. Yes, sure do, boss, with all of your resources coming in right now. Who needs? Make infestors, says Harmless, and we'll win. I mean, I still maintain you have better upgrades than your enemy. If you just dodge Corrosive Biles as well as you can, and maybe Yamato down the Tempest. 29 to 25 is really close. So it's more battle cruisers for Harmless, and they have better upgrades. Did you not kill this base yet? You sure didn't. For reasons. Corrosive Bile down the command center. You guys, you have Corrosive Bile. Get it. Are you not going to get it? How many buildings does Harmless have? He's got 3 orbital commands. Oh, did you lead them to this base? You Can't Win Me, okay. Just going to lose his base. What does he have? I don't even know, man. Phoenix is taking a base up this way, and he's long distance mining, like really long distance mining for it. From Mauricio's main, his old place where he used to live. Oh no, Dante got a lurker into Arrow Red's base. Dude, those are stacked up drones. Those are really stacked up drones. That is a 39 kill lurker right there. Arrow Red is down to either 30, it's probably 34 drones. I'd assume he's got 34 for these bases here. Yeah, that lurker's doing some work. Oh my gosh, the infestors! Ah! The infestors go down to the lurker. 45 kill lurker. Hero of Team Blue. Arrow Red. Gonna lose one of his hatcheries, a bunch of his overlords as he supply blocked. Sort of, not really. A little bit close. These infestors for Arrow Red are in a danger zone right now. Where are you going? Why would you even be here? What? Is it just, it's just a bad rally? It's just a bad rally. Okay. That's great. Hero Lurker of Team Blue is getting up to 50 kills now. Just go burrow right up there. Man, he's got adaptive talons. I have 11 infestors, says Arrow Red. Do you? You do have 11 infestors. Great. And you're going to lose this hive for sure. Yeah, just send in the ground army. Don't risk the battle cruisers on something you don't have to. Dude, remember when I said if Team Blue can get down here and wipe out these sources of income for Team Red, they might have a chance? They might have a chance. You Can't Win Me okay has another base. I don't know how he's doing this. Every time I think he's been eliminated from the game, he's not eliminated from the game. Arrow Red now expanding up this way. Very smartly done. Do a lot of mining down this way. And then when the enemy shows up, expand up the other direction. Steven, can you build? More DTs. I don't know what DTs are necessarily going to do for you. Are there overseers with... There's 2 overseers with this army, kind of. Yeah, You Can't Win Me loses another Nexus. Structures at this point. We have a bunch here for You Can't Win Me, okay. Couple hatcheries up this way for Phoenix, and like that's about it, guys. Do you want to engage here is the question. Do the Ravagers have upgrades? Might be +2 depending on who, if this is Pistola or not. Uh-oh. Ravager count reduced a little bit. Minorly there. Oh, the Infestors and the Corruptors trying to make stuff happen, but oh, the Yamatos, though. Every Infestor dies. The Corruptors take a serious hit to their numbers. It is 23 battlecruisers still remaining for Crixus. But man, it is 29. It is 29 for Harmless. If we don't fight together, we're going to lose, Arrow Red says. He's not wrong about that. Oh my gosh, You Can't Win Me, okay, has another sneaky base, you guys. I kill and leave until we win, says Harmless. What are you talking about? I'm not going to attack together, he says. I'm going to find their bases and kill them. Yamato down these command centers. Maybe you could land one of these, like right here. Get some more resources, because you are just zeros across the board, except for Mauricio, who has 97, which is no good to anybody. Oh, here it is. Ow, ow, ow! The cat! Oh, no. Oh, no. Several of Harmless's BCs get wiped out. Because of the fungals. Very, very nicely done there. What are we at? 23-20 still. Crixus took his losses, too. La 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 la, we're heading up to the top right to kill it again. We're just endlessly fighting in circles here. Every time the blue army goes somewhere, yeah, sneak in and expand behind them. Arrow Red has 10,000 resources, 10,000 minerals, and 11,000 gas, you guys. Yeah, guys. So I hope you're enjoying this cast during your possibly quarantined experience. I'm certainly enjoying it. Oh, command center on fire. That's as good as dead because there are no DTs in the mix trying to get some of these Ravagers. They do. They do. Okay. All right, all right. Team Blue is just bleeding heavily. That command center explodes and falls. Wait, the repair. How do you have resources? Where did you get those? All right. Well, You Can't Win Me, okay. Gonna lose another Nexus. Like, that's gonna be his bajillionth Nexus. It doesn't show me buildings in these big team games. It doesn't show me buildings lost. But that's gotta be like his 5th Nexus down. I mean, everybody's lost a ton of buildings today, right? There are not many buildings on the floor and on the ground. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's like 13. It's like maybe 14 total buildings here. Is that the last CC, says Arrow Red. Hey, You Can't Win Me, okay, is being revealed for the first time today. Harmless could be repaired here. Oh, well, here we go. Trying to take down that command center, but the repair is something at the moment. GG, says Mauricio. Can't they repair it? Oh my gosh, with what is repairing it? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's out, and that's a win for Harmless. You Can't Win Me, Arrow Red, and Phoenix in 39 minutes and 37 seconds. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that one. That was a ton of fun. Oh, I can't wrap my head around that one. Team Red opened this with a Speedling Cannon Rush opening. They absolutely wanted to win with that. They couldn't pull it off, but in the end, they got it done anyway. Thanks in large part to Harmless here and his incredible 3-3-22 battlecruisers. Just ridiculous. He was very patient. He used Yamatos. He kept his dudes alive. He didn't waste any of his BCs in terrible scenarios. And then the Zerg players just staying alive by running around building hatcheries in random spots where this giant, big, slow-moving army couldn't be. Ridiculous. What a great back and forth that was. I mean, resources lost here. 46,000 for Harmless. 46,000. 68,000 lost for either Phoenix or Arrow Red. I'm not sure which one it is. And then 25, 25, and 39 for Team Blue here, which that is so many dead things. If we look here, actually, this should tell us. 27 BCs died for Harmless. 27 of his died. 13 died for Crixus. 98 Corruptors went down in this game. 20 Infestors died for one of those players. 118 drones. 101 SCVs, 145 drones again. It's just across the map, just an absolute bloodbath of a 4v4. A ton of fun to cast. A ton of fun. I hope it was to watch. Thanks for sending that in. Can't remember whose name it was that sent it in to me, but I really appreciate you sending me fun games like this. It's just good to have some variety on the channel, right? Variety is great, and you guys love team games. I get requests for team games a lot. And here we are. They're kind of hard to find normally, to be honest with you, but not today when they're sent to you. And they're awesome. Makes my job easy. Wow. So let's wrap this up. That's going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.